Usman Yusuf is Nigerian professor of hematology, oncology, and bone marrow transplantation. He was secretary of the Chief of Defense Staff Committee on resolving the abduction of the, Kaduna Abuja train, among others. So you have seen it all. Why do you think the response to this latest incident in Zamfara came late? Of course, I know that the president, the NSA, and the Minister of Defense were all in New York when this thing happened.
Yeah, I would expect one of them to have come back to Nigeria. They were all there. I know the president and the NSA was there, but I don't know about the ministers of defense. And I haven't had anybody from the federal government addressing the nation about this abduction, apart from press statement from the presidency, which is highly inadequate. And I don't know if anybody has been meeting with these families and updating them. Look, this is not the first time we've been through this. We went through this from Chibok to Dapchi to Birnin Yawuri, and now we're getting that. Just last week, there was another one, copycat in Nasarawa, Lafia. They abducted a girl in Nasarawa Polytechnic. So what we don't want, we've had a quiet period from July 2020 when they abducted this little girls from Birnin Yawuri. It's been quiet. Now we're getting this. What we don't want and what we must work against is we don't have copycats. We need to address issues and stop this disorganized, disjointed.
Yes, you said one of them ought to have come back from New York. Is it the NSA?
Any one of them.
Does he have?
Look, any one of. I don't know what value he will add, but somebody from the federal government to come and talk to people, especially the families. Not the presidential spokesman bringing statement and always saying the president affirms. We don't want affirmation. What we want are solutions. What we want is the president and commander-in-chief to console people in their hours of need. That is what the president and commander-in-chief is supposed to do. So the NSA
ought to be in the country.
I don't know the NSA. Any one of them. Any one of them addressing people, and nobody has. We've seen this again and again. Previously, in years, I think from Kagara, they stopped going. From Kagara, you would see the service chiefs, the NSA, the IG, they would go to the communities. Since then, they stopped going. They don't go anymore.
Are you worried that they didn't directly address families of these ladies that have been taken?
Even during, what's the name? Even during, when they took those little girls in Birnin Yawuri, the parents were left without anybody addressing them or talking to them. So it's become a culture. Birnin Yawuri was a federal government college. The Minister of Education at that time, Adamu, what input did he have in getting these kids out? This federal government, federal university in Gusau is a federal university. We need to hear from the Minister of Education. We need to hear the president or his security appointees. And go there, meet with the family, meet with the emir, meet with the community. Tell them what you guys are doing to get these children out.
Do you have an idea which bandit group abducted this?
Yeah, speculations.
Let's hear that.
No, it's not something.
Just mention.
We don't talk about speculations on national TV.
You heard of it, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, who is
a bandit leader that felt left out from the discussion they were having in Zamfara. But nobody is given any excuse to this.
Okay, I want to understand this clearly. Meaning the ongoing consultations, the federal government mediators, let me put it this way, they are meeting with the various groups. Okay, so this person was not involved of sorts.
Yes. It was a big mistake. And we saw the same thing between them, between these bandits. If you understand this, that's the first thing you need to do is understand. Instead of dropping yourself into this area that you know nothing about. So he ended up
creating another frontier of problem.
This is what happened. You cause a lot of problems.
And what are his motives?
Even when we went to Zamfara, we would go to. You hear them wherever we went in this country. They knew where we were. They knew we went to the forest in Kaba. They knew we went to a forest.
The bandits.
They have networks. So you come to Zamfara. You go and see this guy. These other guys will say, so you don't think I'm important. and they do something stupid.
What is that?
Abduction, killing people. So
yes.
you have to.
So
what I'm saying is that you have
the
to.
motivation is to actually demoralize the negotiation.
No. So the whole idea is whatever you do, be inclusive. Include everybody. When we went there, we spent a week. But I bet this high-powered delegation from Abuja probably flew or drove in their SUV, armored SUVs, saw, and boom, went out. You can't do that.
Half-baked
You cannot develop any trust with this.
Okay. What do you think they should do?
Be sincere. Be sincere, and what are your aims? And do not reinvent the wheel. Already done a lot of work. Go and read your handing over notes. Read your handing over notes. You cannot restart this thing all over again.
It will not work.
It will not work without consulting. Meet the governor. Meet the traditional rulers. Meet the Ardos. Meet the community leaders. See Nsake. Talk to everybody. But you go straight, you go into the forest, ooh, you're out, and...
Will you rule out the fact that Zamfara is now PDP and...
You know, that is not the reason they have this. But what worries me is, because it's now the Minister of Defense was defeated, roundly defeated by the current governor. So you are a Minister of Defense, you are the governor. And you will not be supporting this governor to bring peace to the state. That will be a big problem.
You think they are working at cross purposes?
They will be working at cross purpose if and only if, and I said it in one of my papers, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs to be a very strong commander-in-chief that President Buhari wasn't. He shouldn't sit down and let people just keep bickering. He should call them to order. The gladiators, the political gladiators in Zamfara that are causing this problem, that have been causing this problem. Because the bad policies in Zamfara that's causing this problem. Call them to the villa. Show your anger. Knock some head. Give them ultimatum. I need you people to work together, and I need these girls out.
Do you think Tinubu has the capacity to...
Oh yeah, Commander-in-Chief. Commander-in-Chief is not a joke. The Constitution has given you that power to deploy. If you don't,
you say Buhari, who was the general first.
Yeah, he didn't. No, it's not because the general. That's him. That's him. And God help him. His time is done. It is now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He does not know about our insecurity.
Why do you believe in him? And why do you think
what I'm saying, we have to do things differently because we saw a mistake. If we keep repeating the same mistake, and he wants to go down in history as a president that has done something, every president needs to look back and see what were the mistakes and how can I improve on anything. Admittedly, he agrees. He doesn't know anything about politics. That is why he doesn't know anything about insecurity in the north. That is why he has literally handed over security to northerners.
You supported Atiku during the election. Do you think he will have done differently, the approach, if he were the president?
The approach is always listen to people. The approach in leadership governance is humility and wisdom. You show that you're humble, you want to understand. We went part of our quest, we went all the way. We saw the Sultan, we went all the way to Abeokuta to see President Obasanjo.
So where is Tinubu getting it wrong now?
No.
Is it that because his candidate, of course, Matawale was his candidate for second term in Zamfara. He was his coordinator for the Northwest for the presidential campaign. Matawale has lost out.
Hamza,
yes.
This is politics. And wallahi, if they continue to bring in politics into this insecurity, we'll never get anywhere. I've said it again and again, the North, we are tired of this insecurity. It's been 24 years of Boko Haram, and now 9 years of banditry.
And politics is being played out still.
And we can solve this problem ourselves.
How?
If we are serious. By sitting down and addressing it. Oh, the governor, the Minister of Defense, they are not working together.